Oh man, how's it going, Chewy?
What's up, Russell?
I'm Chewy's like weird cousin or weird uncle.
You're like the Wookiee shaman from like some movie that hasn't come out yet.
But it better come out soon.
Either that or you're like one of the little Ewoks with a growth hormone problem.
I feel like I need to like braid my eyebrows or something weird. I'm not used to doing the mask thing. So why are we wearing Chewy-like masks and Chewy masks today?
Well, unfortunately, the actor who pioneered the character of Chewbacca in the original Star Wars passed away yesterday. And so we just wanted to honor him and say,
okay. I can take mine off. That's okay.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
That's my fur in my mouth. That was horrible.
You see what I got? You see what I've gone through the last 3 years?
The sacrifice
and what I've done for Funnel Fridays? That's right. End up with all kinds of stuff. I mean, I've set my money on fire too. I mean, I've done a lot.
He's always doing what he needs to for the show. So
I do what I must. That's right. And I almost set my beard on fire there.
That would be awesome.
Gotta be careful.
Did you put like air spray in it to make it stay like that?
Actually, I used Honest Amos's Amish beard wax. It's a real thing.
You cannot make that up. You cannot make that up on the fly. That is a real
Honest Amos's Amish beard wax. And it smells so wonderful too. It's got all kinds of herbs and spices in it. Me and the Colonel.
That's amazing. So tell everyone, a lot of people don't know this, why Jim's beard is getting so long and why he hasn't cut it yet.
My beard, actually trimmed it today because it was losing its shape. So I kind of, plus I'll be somewhere special next week, and I didn't want to look like some hippie from California. But oh dang, we just lost 10% of our customers. Sorry.
Yeah, that was him, not me. I love you all.
Hey, I'm from California originally. Anyway,
my favorite thing from California now, avocado toast. You guys introduced us to this. This is like the greatest food thing of all time. Toast, avocado, egg, boom.
Yeah, and if you really want to go straight up California, it's got to be sourdough bread.
Oh crap! I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Or keto bread.
But we digress like 10 degrees from Kevin Bacon. Back to the...
Oh, yes, the beard.
Back to this. I told Russell that I was going to get the $10 million award for Funnel Scripts, and I was not going to cut my beard until we got there. So luckily this year we're getting it. I mean, it's a shoe-in, so I'll be able to cut my beard, but I have trimmed it so as to keep my manly profile intact. But I have been mostly letting it grow. So
cool.
So that's why. But I did trim it because I will be in Boise next week, going to Reed's Dairy Store, and then I'll be stopping by ClickFunnels with ice cream for everyone. It's going to be amazing. And then we're going to record some videos, as men do.
Yep.
And
then we are raising the price of funnel scripts. So this may be a warning for all you guys. Like, I'm waiting for forever.
Yeah.
That's the time.
There you go.
The price will officially be raised after Jim leaves Boise.
That's right.
So there you go. All right. So I'm going to start our 20-minute countdown timer up.
Okay.
So what we do on the show, for those who are new, every Friday mostly, but like we do it for like 60 Fridays in a row, right?
Not in a row, but 60 Fridays or something. Yeah.
This episode 57 Fridays. We've done this for like 3 years. Like, we are consistent because we love you guys, and we want to show you that we drink our own Kool-Aid, because most people who sell products don't drink their own Kool-Aid. They just sell the Kool-Aid. We actually drink it every day of our life.
And that is absolutely true. I'm writing some sales copy right now for what we're doing in next week, and I'm using funnel scripts. And we just want to say that since neither Russell nor I drink, this is our version of happy hour.
Yep, I think so. All right.
So there you go.
All right, so we're going to queue it up. So we got 20 minutes to work on a funnel. Today's going to be a little different than normal, but it's going to be really fun, and I'm excited. So I'm starting the timer, and we are officially into the zone. So, Jim, tell us what we're doing today, because it's very unique and fascinating.
Okay, so basically, and I'll show you the picture of it, but the gist of it is that we are actually, we have a ClickFunnels user who is helping an artist sell a gigantic $1.5 million piece of art. and it's called Split Infinity, and it's actually super cool. And it's a giant, like 2,000-pound total bronze sculpture of Albert Einstein, and I'm a big Albert Einstein fan. And it's like he's in the floor and his bottom half is going through the ceiling, and he's holding on to himself with a rope, and it's just really cool. And their target person that's going to buy this is either a university or some big company or a high-end art collector. And what really got our attention with this is that they are going to give 10% of the proceeds of the sale to Operation Underground Railroad. And so that was
super cool.
That was the big hook for me to say, hey, Russell, let's do this. And so I'll be honest with you, we're not going to write the freaking sales letter for this because it would take longer than 20 minutes. But this is what I want this to be. And what I told Russell was that this would be a great example of hook story offer. And we could come up with a hook, and then we could talk about what kind of a story they would want to tell and what kind of offer they would want to make with this. And I did actually use funnel scripts. I used a couple different funnel scripts, one brand new and one proven, to come up with what I think are some really cool hook ideas for this, as well as the start of the story. So I don't know kind of where you want to start first, or what do you want to do, Russell?
Is that, sorry, this is like ADD Russell. Is that rope also made out of bronze? Is the rope an actual rope?
I think the rope is an actual rope.
Okay, because if it wasn't, you have to find someone had the exact right ceiling height, which is really hard. So that's like my thing. I'm like, I want this in my office. My ceiling's not tall enough. Okay, so that makes more sense.
Well, see, but you'd be climbing that rope all the time, getting ready for the wrestling you do, you know, getting that full body strength. Yeah. So watch this, Albert Einstein. I'm Russell Brunson.
Take that. That's super cool. So high-end, super high-end art. That's interesting. I don't know. I wonder if we have any people selling art through ClickFunnels. Like,
the last art I bought through ClickFunnels was some naked rodents, some snood squirrels. I just loaded up on that stuff, and I'm waiting for the market to come back. But
bringing it back, he's coming.
So, you know, I don't know, but it really comes down to a hook story offer. What's the hook? What would be the hook for the people that you're trying to get by the thing?
The way I would sell it, because it's hard. It's not something you run Facebook ads to sell a $1.5 million statue, right? I don't think. But I think it's coming back from a marketing standpoint. It's like the old school Dream 100. Like there's probably only about 100 people that would actually buy this. So it's like identifying who are the people, or the companies, or the businesses, or the museums,
collectors,
the collectors who actually would buy it, and then building out an old school Dream 100 campaign. Like I would make these the little clay ones you see scale in the background. Like I'd make a little clay one and like ship that to somebody with a letter. So like that's how I would make.
Oh, lumpy mail. That's way back to the Dan Kennedy days, son.
Am I aging myself now? I'm like 1,000 years old in direct response years.
People like letters. You would send somebody a letter to try and get them into a marketing funnel.
Actually send things like that.
You know, I didn't think about having a little clay thing done and sending it to people, but that's a really good idea, man.
Yeah, in the background of the picture, they're making little clay ones. I'm like, that's kind of cool. The other thing that's interesting is you could actually probably make another $1.5 million selling the clay versions for people like me who don't want to spend $1.5 million for a statue, but like the concept's really cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the excuse me, the smaller ones as well.
I'd buy one. Like if you could get a desktop version like this. I don't know if you can see that. But like this is actually, good God. But this is a bronze statue that I got from the National Guard. And so this is really cool. And if you had some made that size, you're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that.
The second $1.5 million will come from that. But let's leave it the first. I think you're right though, because regardless if we're sending a package in the mail or we're selling through a funnel, whatever we end up doing, like we gotta have the right hook story offer behind it. Do you know the story, like why this dude developed and designed this?
Not as it's not as clear from a marketing standpoint as I would have liked, if that makes sense. He's got a couple of videos here.
Here's a 50-second video.
And he looks kind of like Doc from the Back to the Future movies. No cut. I'm just saying. I mean, that's definitely an artist haircut. Do you want me to show it on my screen? Because I don't think anybody can see it.
Oh yeah, I can think of my screen showing. I'll show mine too.
Okay.
If I can remember how to make this. I've used Google Hangouts a little bit.
You want me to do it, or you do? Oh, you already did it. Look at you.
Me. So this is the haircut.
Right.
Oh, yes. Hey, let me introduce myself. I'm Jim West, and obviously you can see I'm a sculptor. Welcome. You know, when I'm sculpting, always the piece that I'm working on, the one that I love the most. I'm telling you, I love this one. This one's called Split Infinity. I'm not exactly sure where it started, but where I think it started when I was a child. Yes, I played with clay. People didn't think I was very bright.
That's kind of, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he said it was his child who played with clay, which makes the whole clay tie. That'd be really good in the letters going in the box. Like, anyway, that part's
I have to tell you, that's a very, very lonely place. But it's okay to think different and sometimes think outside the box. Guess who else? Einstein. Albert Einstein. Think about this. Now, when you think of genius, who do you think of? Albert Einstein. This is what this piece is about.
Okay.
It's about being different. Challenge yourself. Be proud of your own idea. Okay, I have a challenge. My challenge to you is to think outside the box. Be different. Take things to the next level. And I'm going to end by saying one word. Think.
All right, we got some copy there from him.
Yeah.
There's some stuff in there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some stuff there. I mean, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of it, and I'm not ripping on it, but that intro actually felt like something from a 3D ride at Busch Gardens. And no, I mean, for real, it did. That's not the sales video. And if you think about who's going to be buying this thing, like a university purchase agent or someone who's looking to do an endowment, basically someone who's snotty and thinks that they're more important than they are. And they want to, there's a prestige thing here. And so I'm not sure that that's the message right there. I didn't feel like that was the message that was going to sell it.
Yeah.
But the story, okay, let me rephrase that. The story part, if once he's got them hooked, the story is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what they need is help with the hook. So let me show you kind of what I was working on. And I actually spent about an hour on this morning just because I thought it was cool. But the first thing I did was I used the new question hook script, which is part of the OFA scripts collection in Funnel Scripts, which is all in there now and available for all Funnel Scripts members right now. So we've got the Epiphany Bridge script, the Hook Story Offer script, the Niche and Offer Detective Wizard, the Killer Headline scripts, Offer Stack script, Opt-in Hook Story script, OTO Done For You script, and the OTO Next Thing script. What do you think, Russell? Pretty cool, huh?
So,
since we're right in the middle of the One Funnel Away challenge. So the first thing I did was started thinking about, okay, do we want to use a hook question for this? So I started thinking about, okay, who's our target niche member? And I decided we'd go after high-end art collectors. So what's one thing they really want is prestige. Another big thing they want is instant impact on visitors. When somebody comes to your gallery or something like that, you want people to go, holy cow. And some things they want to avoid are spending money on forgettable art. And another thing is missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I just started playing around. And the cool thing about this new script is that we actually have these question hooks divided up into cold, warm, and hot. So that's kind of cool. So the cold ones are all centered around you know, the cold ones are all centered around the problem. So like, are you okay with spending money on forgettable art? Which is okay. I mean, it's not great. As a high-end art collector, you know, there's just some of these are good, and this is a cool script, but I didn't really feel like this, bless you. I didn't feel like this was going to do it. So then I came over here and said, okay, what about the timeless classic headline scripts, which is also part of funnel scripts, available inside the titles, headlines, and subject lines. And so I filled that out. High-end art collector, what do they want? Or what's our main topic? Truly unique art opportunity. Who's our target audience? What do they want to do? And I started looking down these, and this one caught my attention right here. The greatest reason in the world to own a prestigious piece of art history. And then I started thinking about trying to tie that in with the one, or excuse me, now I've got one funnel away challenge on the brain, with OUR, Operation Underground Railroad. And so that's when I came up, I saw this and it grabbed me. And then I was thinking about some of the things that I saw in the hook script. And I came up with just a few things like, you know, we could use, and I want to get your thoughts on it, but the greatest reason in the world to own a prestigious piece of art history. And people are like, okay, what is the greatest reason? And then another hook would be unique opportunity for high-end collectors who want to own a prestigious piece of art history. Here's a truly unique opportunity for high-end art collectors who want to own a prestigious piece of art history, but can't seem to find the right piece. Thought that was kind of cool. And then this is really the start of the story. With the Split Infinity masterpiece from Jim West, you can make an instant impact on every visitor to your gallery for decades to come and help save children around the world from sex trafficking and modern-day slavery. I mean, to me, that seemed like a really cool hook, because anybody who's that rich that they could afford to spend that kind of money probably is into philanthropy and things like that. So all of a sudden you're appealing to prestige, you're appealing to philanthropy, and you're using a whole lot of curiosity about both owning a prestigious piece of art history and helping kids. So it seemed to me like that was an angle really worth pursuing. But what do you think, Mr. Brunson?
I think it's really good. It'd be fascinating to go back in, and this is something obviously we can't do in the next 7 minutes and 1 second, but to go deeper into Einstein's life too, and see if there's ties somehow back to, I know it's probably not a direct tie to OUR, but
dude, like, he escaped from Nazi Germany before the Nazis did their thing. He came to the US to escape the tyranny and the slavery and the enslavement of the Jewish people by the Third Reich, dude.
Information I did not know. I failed the history classes you now know. That's amazing.
Yeah, he had enough foresight to be like, you know what, I got to get out of here, and so he left. Huh. I believe he lived in Austria. I can't remember for sure, but he left and he came to the US, and so that would be a tie-in too.
Yeah, like before I tell you the story about why I created Einstein, I want to tell you a story you probably don't know about Einstein. You know,
right?
People don't know and then tell that story, and then ties that back into like, now here's the cause and the piece and why you should care. And
right. Did you know Einstein was the one who told President Roosevelt that the Germans were developing a nuclear bomb, and he was the one that persuaded Roosevelt to open the Manhattan Project so that we could create the nuclear bomb first and beat the Germans? Did you know that?
What book did you read to learn? I want to read this now.
You just learned this.
Illiterate.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff you learn when you major in history. But yeah, I mean, there's all kind of tie-in with escaping tyranny and slavery and all that stuff. That's a really cool angle that they should really consider as part of the story.
I would probably, I'm gonna go back to Dan Kennedy, old school direct response for a minute. But one thing I learned from Kennedy 101 was like the shock and awe boxes. I feel like this would be like, again, with $1,000 offer, you got a lot of money. So you build your Dream 100 and you actually build out a shock and awe box, which would be cool is you could have like the clay statue in it. Then you could have like a video or something, but something to really tell that story in a powerful way. Because even like the audio, the sound on that YouTube video is so quiet, you barely hear it. Like, you're trying to close $1 million deal, like get a good video team to come and like film the thing and tell the story and get your passionate. Like, I put like in a video card or something, so they open the box, they can like hear the story, see the piece, feel that, you know, like something amazing. So they open, it's like boom, it's all there. Because
I agree.
Story with Einstein and like tie it back to sex slavery, tie it back to just
exploitation and stuff. Yeah.
It's powerful.
That is very powerful. I didn't even think about that. See, this is what happens when you have people that you can brainstorm this stuff around using funnel scripts, because you get together in a cool meeting like this and then you mess around with funnel scripts and you have $1 million ideas. Pretty amazing.
Product ourselves now. I want to be a sculptor now. It looks like a lot of fun though.
I would encourage you to investigate it.
In my free time, that's gonna be my next thing.
There you go. So then, okay, so in the 4 minutes we got left, let's just kind of brainstorm what would be some kind of things that they could include with the offer. I mean, they offer, you might think, okay, we're just selling the statue, but let's come up with can you unshare your screen so I can feel like I'm talking to you instead of a postage stamp, please? Oh, okay, much better. So my thought was, okay, most people would think, oh, well, they're buying the statue, that should be enough. But I think the offer should be, okay, you're getting the sculpture, you're going to get an unveiling ceremony with the artist there. You're going to get 100 of these or 10 of these scale model things that you can give to your biggest donors or your best friends or your best customers. What else could they do? Oh, a documentary. They could get a documentary on DVD.
Telling the story and everything.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. What else? Cool to like include some kind of experience that ties back to Einstein. So I'm not sure what the most, the best, coolest part of Einstein's life or history or something, but like making, like as you're building that documentary for him, like, okay, we're going to take you to blah, where something cool happened with Einstein and like experience that, like some kind of experiential thing that's tied back to this. Taking him taking him to Haiti or something on a mission with OUR would be really cool. And they're always looking for stuff like that. If anybody guys want to go on a mission with OUR, they keep trying to get me to go and I'm scared.
Scared of what? Do you get a gun? Can I bring my own?
You should go for me in proxy.
Just like the Civil War. You're going to send me in your stead. I'm here for Russell Brunson. He gets credit. I brought my own gun though.
Oh man, I know. I was like thinking about going to I'm sure they give you a bulletproof vest, but I was like, what about your face? They give you like a face mask? Because like if they shoot you in the head, you're dead, right? Pretty sure that's how it works.
Pretty much, that's how it works.
I see the whole kill shot thing on movies and stuff. Like, yeah, bulletproof vests don't help your face.
I'm glad we digress from Einstein to getting shot in the head. Good job, Russell.
Not getting shot while you go and raise the charity you just supported by donating. So there's that.
There you go. But that all of a sudden we've taken it from we're just hawking this piece of thing to understanding the historical significance of the character, the man who's had huge amounts of influence on history and from now into the future. You're owning a piece of history, you're understanding history, you're able to share history with others. It's a once in a lifetime, once unique opportunity to own art and all these other things that you could just stack on there that, again, like if it's an administrator who for a university or something who authorizes this or goes and raises the money for it, it's not like they own the statue. So they're going to get off on being able to take a cool trip or being able to get some kind of experience out of it,
I 100%, because the biggest thing I know when I buy weird stuff, the reason why I buy it is because like I know someone's gonna ask me a question about it and I want to tell them the story, right?
Yeah.
So you help them crack. If the story's like, yeah, we bought this thing, that's like doesn't give them significance that they're looking for. And so it's like you create the experiential part behind it. Then it's like when someone comes, it's like, oh my gosh, let me tell you the story behind this. And this happened.
You think about like a university where people complain about spending that money. You've got to have such a powerful story that the person who wants to make the purchase decision can actually use that story to sell it to the investors, to sell it to the board of governors, to sell it to the people who are going to authorize that money. So I think that's important too, is you're actually going to give them a sales tool to use to do a sales job to the people that are going to really complain if they say, it's the difference between saying, you spent what on what to, oh my gosh, this is really going to increase the prestige of the university. And this is something that we'll be able to make the centerpiece of our physics department or something like that.
Yeah. I'm excited to start selling sculptures now. We got a process and a path and a plan.
That is true. Yeah, we can probably get some people on Etsy to knock off some of these really expensive No, it's not. No, I'm kidding. Okay, for everybody,
please don't.
it was a joke. All right, I'm not going to sell Picassos on Etsy for $25 a piece. They're worth at least 50. Okay, if they're really good. I want to support the local artisans.
Oh, it's amazing.
Cool, man. Well, I think that was fun. It was different.
I hope that, again, everyone who's watching this, like, the main reason why we're doing these is to get the wheels in your head spinning of like, oh my gosh, like, this is how I can be looking at my product. Because some guys are like, I don't sell statues. Like, yeah, but what do you sell? You're selling a book, right? Guess what I did when I sold this book? The same process. I think, what else can we create? How to make the offer better? What's the hook? What's the story? What's the, like, it doesn't matter whatever you're selling. You're selling that. You're selling protein bars. You're selling rings that read your pulse and tell you how much you sleep at night. If you're selling
is that what that really does?
cough drops. Yes, these are amazing. You ever seen the Oura rings?
No.
These are amazing. It's like
One ring to rule them all.
It's got these sensors and you put it in and it tracks your sleep patterns, your walking, your talking, your everything.
But you know, when you say you're selling that, but hold your little ring finger up again. Okay. What are you really selling there? You're not selling a ring. We're selling peace of mind. We're selling health. We're selling, what are we selling with that? That's the other thing is where you're not really selling the thing. You're selling the desire, the satisfaction of the desire. You're selling the solving of the problem. That's why with funnel scripts, we always ask you, you know, hey, what's their number one desire here? What's their big problem? What's the roadblock? That's what's going to sell them. Not, I have this cool ring. It's okay. What does the ring do for them? And what does that mean to them?
Yeah. Because I told you there's this really cool plastic ring. It's like $350.
Yeah. I can get a plastic ring down at the food line for 50 cents from the little thing that I turn and, you know,
but supposedly, I don't know if it's this ring, maybe it's the Apple Watch. I heard it's like helped like 10 people who are like, their heart murmurs were happening. They're about to die and things like something's wrong with you. And then you go to the doctor and it saves your life. This could save your life. That's worth more than $350 now. Anyway.
And what does that mean? If it saves your life, it means little Timmy has a daddy.
Yes.
You know, you don't have a kid named Timmy, do you? I didn't start anything, did I?
Awkward. Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, sorry about that. Little Dallin has daddy.
No.
But that's the biggest thing is always coming back to, it's not we're selling this statue of Einstein. It's what does that do for them? And then what does that mean? Ultimately, with all of your sales copy, you're trying to pull it back to a meaning, an emotional gut level satisfaction thing where they're either going to feel more love, they're going to feel more connection, they're going to feel more empowered, or they're going to feel less scared, less insecure, and less bad about themselves, really. And that's ultimately what everything, when you're trying to sell, that's what it does. So
cool. Well, I'm excited to hang out with you next week, man. Jim's coming to Boise. We should do a Funnel Fridays like on a Thursday while you're here or something.
Okay, that we can do. It's Funnel Thursday. Somebody's going to go buy that domain right now. You know, oh, I bet they're going to do Funnel Thursdays. I'm going to go buy funnelthursdays.com. Ha ha, poo-poo on you. It's not happening. Keep paying that $9 to GoDaddy forever and try and squat that domain. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
You know somebody would do it, too.
Somebody already has. I guarantee. I'm going to check it out now. I bet someone owns it.
Somebody bought Funnel Mondays. They're like, hey, I'll just pay you $9 to take it so I can stop paying the rebill. Nope. You got to pay us $30.
No one owns Funnel Thursdays. Okay. Now there's the bounty. The first person to buy it and message me, you win.
You win the domain.
We don't want it, but you'll have it.
But you can grab it.
You can tell that story to your kids someday. What is that?
That is Sparkle Farts. He is a magical, his name is Sparkle Farts. He is a magical, irreverent. You dare me to push it?
You please do.
All right.
No, don't squeeze me. I'll fart. See? That's why they call me Sparkle Farts.
People send me some crazy stuff, man.
Wasn't some semi weird crap. I want some cool stuff.
You got to brand yourself with something, man. I mean, you got to, the unicorn thing is taken. Russell's doing unicorns now.
Speaking of unicorns, you'll be proud of this. My son today, it's jammy day at school, so he painted his hair blue and dressed up as a unicorn in his unicorn onesie.
Well, I have to see this.
There's the picture.
Nice.
So
that's a good looking kid.
He's a stud. I love this little man.
That's a good looking onesie too.
Right. So yeah, he wanted to wear a unicorn onesie today. He was so excited to wear it. So you'd be proud. I have a unicorn son today.
There you go. I am proud. So Russell, if people want to get ClickFunnels, where do they go?
If you don't have a ClickFunnels account yet, you must not have a pulse or you must hate money. Those are the only two like logical things. So if you want it ready for your account, we now have over 86,000 active members. Therefore, it's not a matter of if you're going to become a ClickFunnels member. It's when, and there's no better time than today. When is the best time to plant a tree? There's an ancient proverb said 20 years ago. When's the second best time? Right now. Go get your ClickFunnels account right now, ClickFunnels.com. But Jim, what if they have a ClickFunnels account but they're not using funnel scripts yet, and they know that next week we're raising the price dramatically? What should they do today?
Well, what you need to do is head on over to funnelscripts.com and watch the webinar that Russell and I are actually going to be redoing next week. But if you want to get all of the goodness moving forward while paying last year's price, you need to jump on it now. But if you want to wait, it's like opening up your wallet, taking all that money out, and just lighting it on fire. It's not a smart thing to do. Do it today. Funnelscripts.com. Oh, and if you don't want to watch the webinar, go to funnelscripts.com/go and sign up right away.
Awesome. Sweet, man. Thank you for this. It was a lot of fun, and excited to hang out next week.
Yeah, man.
So much fun. So, awesome.
Cool.
Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I don't know if we're streaming anywhere else, but thank you wherever you're watching. That we appreciate you guys. If you want to watch all past episodes of Funnel Fridays, go to funnelfridays.com. And if you want us to build one of your funnels, also go to funnelfridays.com. I think there's a form there. You can fill it out, or I don't know. So do that, and maybe we will feature your funnel in the next Funnel Fridays.
There you go.
Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you guys.
Bye, guys.
Y'all soon. Bye.